Well, y'all, we are at another lovely pull apart run here. I have to come and try to see if there is a what they call like a CDM box for the 90 or something to 94 Chevys for the radios, because my regular radio station stopped working. So I'm gonna come in here and see if we could find one of those and maybe see if we could see some gems. Let's get to it. This would be our first one. Little GMC 1500. This is an 88. I don't think these had that. I'm not too sure. Oh boy, this door's bent up. No. There is a CDM up there. Don't know if it's 40. Looks like it's got a plug for a tape player. That's what I would need if I want to keep the tape player in mind. But I can't tell if it had one or not. We're gonna keep walking and see if we could find something else. Boy, that door got hammered. I'm guessing by the forklift. Oh man, look at this Ranger. Classic boy. Nice wheels, really, to be honest. Rusted, obviously. We're in friggin' Ohio. Rust Belt Central. Oh yeah, brother. That maroon interior. What a treat. Seat's a little, you could dye that. It ain't tore though. Cool. Like I said, obviously I'm not a Ford guy, but I love me a good red or maroon interior. That's super nice. What'd this have in it? Well, 2.9 liter. Not too badly picked. Like I said, nice set of wheels for somebody. Cool. Little 1500 action. This is what we're looking for here. This is a 91, same year. Does have the tape player, so if it has a CDM, we're freaking taking it. Nice seat. Really. 60-40 split. Very nice seat. Let's see. The CDM up in there? Oh, she is. So that is a 7mm on the bottom there. There's a 7mm on the side right there. And then a 10mm in the back. See that back mounting bracket? So let's get that guy and get him out of there. Well, y'all, that was friggin' easy. That's actually a 7mm on there, so my truck has the wrong one on this back bracket here. For some reason, this friggin' steering wheel is in great shape. I might have to grab this thing, or try to. Dang it. But 60-40 split seat, very, very nice. Dang. Oh, y'all, I went over to the Z71 over here and I had a brand new freaking tire iron in it. That's after I walked around all over the place and I found that one that's like a 19. I figured this looks a little bit bigger. So, let's see if... Oh, yeah. Let's get this nut off. I think we leave a couple threads so that if we pull this thing off, hopefully it just comes right off. Let's see. Can't tell if it's coming off or what. Biscuits. Can we get it off? Oh, we got it. We freaking got it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. The Junkyard provides. So we got that CDM box. Whew. And the steering wheel. This thing's in great shape. That's awesome. Would love to grab these seats. I might grab this taillight because my taillight has a frickin' crack in it. Might grab that too. Not frickin' bad. Oh, chrome boys. Dang. All right, y'all. So I didn't grab the taillight because literally taillights on Rock Auto are $14 to $17 brand new. It's the same brand as this one. So I ended up grabbing this. I know I have this back tray piece like at my grandma's, but I don't have the cover for it. So I grabbed that. I want to close the door up on this girl, and because she's still in pretty good shape, at least on the interior. Close her up as well as I can, and then we're gonna go for a walk and see what we can find. Dang, y'all, check out this Escalade. Now that, if you go back in my videos, I did a video on the LS that I got. It was a 5.3 out of like a 09 or 07 Avalanche. This is a 07, so this ECU and harness would work. We gotta look up pricing. I don't have time to pull it today, but if we can get that pretty decently cheap, we might be back for that. Well, this would be a lot easier. This is a 07 Suburban. Someone took the motor and trans and stuff, and there's our ECU right there. I'm gonna look up how much an ECU is. An ECU is $38. We're grabbing it. Boom, that friggin' easy. $38. Can't beat that. And I don't know what they charge for harnesses here, but I think it's kind of a lot, because they charge by like the foot or something like that, which is stupid. So we'll wait on that. Little Tahoe action, Suburban. Tahoe, yep. Another Tahoe over there too, little maroon boy. God, I love these. Another caddy, another freaking caddy. Just walk right over the bumper. Okay. 92 DeVille. Looks like a hot frickin' interior. Brother, where the heck was this thing sitting? Fortec. Is that an Iron Duke? Kind of looks like it, don't it? Just sideways. Oof. Old Grand Am. I feel like these boys didn't last long. Interior's in nice shape though. 104,000 miles. Yeah, something happened to this thing. That's why I feel like these interiors were always in decent shape, because they didn't get high enough mileage to frickin' last. Body by Fisher though. Fuel injection, brother. To be honest with you, you could probably, if you're looking for a new car, newish, you could probably come to the junkyard and just take a look and see which one is in here of abundance, I guess you'd say. And don't pick that one. That's an idea. Man, I love these Chevy vans. My dad had a blue one like this when I was a kid. Blue interior too. Whoa, that seat doesn't belong here. Oh yeah. Mark III. That's just a company that used to make these conversion kits for these vans. This is close to the same style, but it wasn't a Mark III, I know that. And these seats were way too tall. My dad's seats were kind of like shorter. Love the blue and the wood grain. How's the center console? Center console's plastic. My dad had a whole wood grain center console, which was sweet. This might be that. Might have had that at one point. Turbo Regal, I think? Seeing these in here more and more. There was just one all the way over there that I seen. Junk. But a frickin' Monty SS. It's got the wheels. That one looks like it might be destroyed. Rusty car. Does have the front wheel drive. Get yourself a Coke. Does have the front wheel drive V8 in it. 5.4? No, 5.3, I'm sorry. LS4, I think they call this. You Grand Prix guys and or Fiero, if you're feeling frisky, check her out. Not bad. I heard that these transmissions in these things are like friggin' glass though, which sucks. Later style of it. Earlier ones over here, we'll go look at that. Yeah, later style, earlier style. This came with a 3.8 and or 3.4, I think. But I think mainly 3.8. I'm not too sure. Definitely 3800 series. If I could find one of these clean, Dale Earnhardt edition, sign me up, brother. Man, you can get yourself a whole freaking toolbox with some straps. Pick it up, take it home. Not bad. Jesus Christ, what a freaking land yacht. Not a freaking Ford guy, but God, I like their trucks. This style looks good. Nothing in it. I wonder if it was a 7.3 or if it was a diesel. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you either. Great looking trucks though. I like these. This is like the second time I've seen a Corvette in here, but not this early of a Corvette. Stingray, whatever year this thing is, 75. Woof. This boy's been parked somewhere for a very long time. All fiberglass, but definitely seen the elements. Oh my God, check that door out. Holy cow. Just encased in fiberglass. Fiberglass. Convertible, drop top, whatever. Boy, she is rough in there. Nothing good there for 75, just a bunch of smog era V8s. Kind of cool seeing one here though. If you guys are walking around the junkyard and just peeping at these old Chevys, and you want to know if it's a later version or early version, just look for the air compressor on the right side, AC compressor on the top right. Older styles like a bigger, rounder one on the left side. It's a good way to peep. Here's some you don't see too often. Freaking Tacoma. Frame looks clean too, right? Yeah, it looks like it's been replaced. Had to have been. Not bad if you want to put a whole days and some work in. Obviously, drivetrain gone. Wild. I got a little Porsche action next to a Camaro, brother. That's early Camaro. This I have no idea about, but someone cut the roof off the thing. Makes sense. Manual, obviously. Dang. Nice white. Love me a good white car. Got all four wheels. This thing's not bad. The body's decent. Someone just ripped the roof off the thing. Now on to the freaking Camaro, brother. 82. As early as this style is. This is the first year for this style. Small block. 305, I would guess. They don't think they put 350s in until like 85, 86. Very, very early year for this. First, like I said, first year for this thing. Holy cow. Anybody need a Bolt? Wish they were a grade 8. Maroon interior. So I don't think this was a Z28. I don't know how to read by the VIN. Maybe some of y'all can find that out. Missing the whole back panel. It's been through it. Someone's painted this. Was a white car, I'm guessing. Yeah, it used to be white. Dang. Some okay stuff on here. Still, at least the early year bumper. Quarters look to be okay. A little crusty at the bottom. Still got a rear end. Probably not a posi. Interior. Backs are probably broken on the seat. Center console is destroyed. Nothing really that good in the interior unless you wanted a maroon rear seat. Headliner saggy, of course. A lot of freaking bolts. I can get money in scrapping that boy. Still love seeing these though. Hopefully someone can use the parts off of this thing, especially in early year. Is this an AMC? When the heck do you ever see these things? Inline 6? Yep. Dang. Eagle? I don't know. I'm gonna guess so. AMC Eagle? Yeah, Eagle 30. If I am correct, yeah, these are four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. Peep the axle underneath. Yep, there's the axle. This thing is rough. Welcome to Ohio. Can't believe it's still here and or alive. God dang. We'll move on to this Cuddy. Cutlass Supreme. Small block. Nope, not a small block. This is an Oldsmobile motor. You can just tell by the way the heads look. Clean inside, but it's probably been rained on a bunch. Someone got happy with a spray can. Olds motor though. So is this an early year? 86. I don't know when they started putting like 305s and stuff in them. Unless someone swapped that. That could be a 455 or something. Somebody might have swapped it over the time. Doesn't look terrible. How are the doors? The door's always, that door's pinged in. Little whiskey dent on there. Bottom's not bad though. Interior, smoked. Panels are okay in the back. Headliner looks pretty good if you wanted to dye it. Sagging off over there, but there's a trim piece that goes over that. It goes right there. Maroon boy. I love me a maroon interior. This is more of like a dark maroon interior, but matches great. Vinyl top, it's probably rotted underneath there. Taillights are smoked, gone. This quarter looks somewhat okay. That might be a good snag for somebody. This door is another whiskey dent. This thing got beat on. Yeah, someone might have swapped this Olds motor in here. I can't read Olds that good to tell you what this thing is. But I would guess, if anything, I don't know. I have no idea. 455 might be too small to be a 455. Anybody read that? Tell me what it is. Still cool seeing these front pillar pieces. These grill pieces go for some good money. These are spring loaded. Those go for good money. Front bumper's not bad. Little paint there, but not terrible. The beginning of minivans. At least I'm pretty sure. I lost their action. Dang. Just simplified, you know? Lee Iacocca, I think, designed these things. Or was behind this. If I pass you on the right, you're an idiot. Okay. Maybe I'm an idiot. I love seeing these older style minivans. Is this what they call a K car? Plymouth Voyager. Not a Dodge, a Plymouth. 94. That was the year I was born. Probably not too much of a sound system in this thing. Good old family hauler. Interior is in good shape. I wonder what the mileage is. 120. That's what I'm saying, man. All these 90s cars surely seem to frickin' just die before they hit any high mileage. That's why the interiors are always in such good shape. A LeBaron. I wonder if that's John Voight's LeBaron. If y'all ever watch Seinfeld, you know what I'm talking about. Are these Jeeps popular? I'm over here in Chrysler land where I don't belong. I'm usually just in the GM section. These are kind of cool. This one's rusty, very rusty. Oh, God. Anyway, 95. Nice looking Jeep, though. This thing was probably a hit in the 90s. A little aftermarket Pioneer. A little shifter action. Not bad looking. Probably an inline, I'm guessing, right? Inline 6? Nope, inline 4. Still probably bulletproof, though. John Voight? Maybe? Why is this a thing on a minivan? There's some on the front, too. What was going on here? Maybe somebody can explain. Y'all want to see a car that just rotted into the ground as its life went on? Frickin' Intrepids. These things were rot boxes. You very rarely see these because I think they just literally rotted into the ground. This thing was sitting somewhere. See, like I'm saying, the interior's dirty and had mice and stuff in it. Ooh, who's that? Neil Diamond. Frick. But yeah, I swear these didn't get enough mileage on them to destroy the interior just because they were junk. Definitely something you don't see very often just because you don't even see these on the road anymore. Throwaway car. What the heck is up with all these LeBarons? A little Mustang action. I'm gonna guess it's a V6. Looks pretty rough. Yeah, it's a V6. Probably pretty rare to find a V8 Mustang, especially an 03 in here. Like a GT or something. Why do people do the flat black? Why? Ugh. That's a pet peeve of mine. It never looks good. It never looks good. Another freaking Stang, boy. Another freaking Stang. V6. What year is this one? 99. Rotted to all heck. I really like the SN95, the a little bit body style before this. That was a little more round. These ones were all right. Had to be a Terminator though, if I like these, that's for sure. Good red though. Well, y'all, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here because I'm freaking dripping sweat. Look at my forehead, it's beaming off the sun. Freaking huge forehead. Anyway, saw some good stuff, got some good stuff. The Junkyard provides, people. It provides. And hopefully we can come again soon and maybe see some more stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. For now, take it easy. If y'all were wondering what I spent, $14.50 on the steering wheel, $15.75 on the interior trim piece. That's more than the frickin' steering wheel? Whatever. $40.25 on the ECU, and then $28.95 on the amplifier. No tax this week. Sweet. $110.89. How is these so close to each other and they do so many different things? That's wild.